Welcome back everybody to Trickle Sticks Knives. Today we're doing a really cool versus video. I actually just got these in and I didn't realize that they were so similar until I got them, of course. So that's why we're going to do a versus video. This here is, they're both Frost Cutlery, obviously. Or I shouldn't say obviously, but that's usually how I do versus videos is I'll go with well, not always. I shouldn't say that. Anyways, today they're both Frost Cutlery, and they're extremely similar. Even the materials used, as far as the plastics, are the exact same. As far as I can tell, they feel very similar. So this one is called True, and it's actually right there. True. True. Basically, I got this one because it has holes in it. I'm not gonna lie. If you want to know, you were asking, weren't you? Weren't you? It's a pretty cool little knife. Had a pocket clip that was on there the wrong way, so I had to take that off. This is definitely a excellent slip knife. There's no lanyard, so this will definitely be going in the 4-finger collection. Four fingers meaning, if you haven't watched previous videos, that you can get 4 fingers on it, but it doesn't have a pocket clip, so it's just a type. That's what I call them, the 4-finger knives that go in a slip, or slip knives is another word for it that I'll say. They're both really excellent knives. Again, the materials used aren't, the best in the world. It's like a plastic, but like when you squeeze it and stuff, it's a good. It's not creaking or nothing, and like the lockup is really tight. It's a good little knife for what it is. It really is. Can I break it like this? Probably, but I mean, I try not to do that with my knives. This one's maybe a little bit better because it's a little bit thicker plastic. This one here is called the Double Tap. So, not sure why it's called the Double Tap, but it is called the Double Tap. Your guess is good as mine. I really don't know. Go ahead and put these away so you can see one thing. If I had to guess, this is kind of when. This is a guess, but I think I'm kind of right. This must be the age when flippers started getting popular. It has to be. Like these must. It just has to be. Just the way these flip, and I do remember them. It's like it's the flip that you have to give it momentum. Like, see how that didn't really go. So you got to give it a little, and then it pops right out. You just got to give it a little something. Same with this one. Won't go if you let unless you like. You got to really. I don't want to say really give it something, but I mean, like if you really want it to come out, then yeah, I guess you probably should. Let's check this one. Yeah, it's just you almost have to time it sort of so that when you're going out, you flick it right here. So you wait and flick it right here. See what I mean? So as long as you just flip it right here, usually you're good. Oh, I don't know. Just an old school thing. Definitely, this one's leaking on me. Some oil. Let me get something to clean that up. So yeah, these are definitely really cool. With Frost Cutler, you never know, kind of, sort of how. And I've told you before in previous videos, but I'll say it again because you never know who's watching. Well, with my videos, nobody's watching, but maybe eventually. You never know. But usually with Frost cutlery, if it has a screw in the pivot, it's normally going to be it's going to work out good for you. You'll have to most likely take off the pocket clip because, well, I just can't do tip down. It bothers me because I need to know that all my knives are the same as far as if I really, really needed it, like right now, like and a second couldn't be wasted. I need to know that the knife is tip up because I could injure myself. So, all right, get that cleaned up there, I think. Anyways, so yeah, this one's the double tap, and this one's true, which is kind of these names are always funny. They crack me up. So let's go ahead and get some measurements. I believe they're just pretty much the exact same, but they might, the double tap might just be a hair longer, I think. Double taps 7.75. Okay. This one's just a little under 7.75. Let me check that again. Okay, this one's a little over 7.75. So yeah, it's a little bit longer, the double tap, but they're pretty much similar. And the materials alone, just when you feel this one, you're like, oh, okay. You feel this one, like, oh, okay, they went with the same materials. It's very obvious that the same thing's going on there. Let's see, did I get a blade measurement? I don't think so. So the double tap's coming in at 3.25 with a cutting edge of just under 3 inches. It's probably going to be pretty similar here. Coming in at 3.25 with a cutting edge of 2.75, or just under 3, but 2.75. Let's get the calipers on this because I know that the grips are at least different. So it's another cool thing about this set of calipers if you ever are going to get a set, because if you get them off of Amazon, there's literally like 50 different sets that are the same price. I would go with this one. I watched, I think G Ball Vision. I copied him. Because I had no clue. I had no I had no way to pick this out. So I just started, I was watching one of his videos one day, and I'm like, nah, this looks good. That's literally how I chose. But what's cool about it is once you move it, it automatically comes on. You don't have to press the on button. So just a small thing, but kind of cool. Wow. So I knew this one was a little thinner. It's a 0.4. Let's see what the other one is. All right, so now I need to do it again. And I might even want to zero it to get a good one. Let's get a good one. All right, so we got 5.145. This one, 4. So yeah, definitely a difference there. And the millimeters, sorry, I had an itch on my face. True is coming in at 2.5, and the double tap is most likely thicker. It's the same, 2.5. Interesting. Yeah. Guess those are the same. I thought this one was a little thicker blade, but I guess not. That's one good thing about having these calipers. Pardon me. And if you don't know much about these, there's also this side, which can measure like the inside of a diameter. of something, or the inside of anything, pretty much. You just would stick it in there and then just do the same thing. See what I mean? How that back piece is moving. Just a quick tip there. Let's see, let's get a weight, because there's most likely going to be a weight difference here. And yes, I accidentally turned it on, so we got to do it again just to make sure. That's a really cool lightweight. That'll be excellent for a slip, because like I said, I had to take that pocket clip off. It doesn't mess it up though. I mean, it already had holes in it, so. Same thing with this one. I mean, it's black, so it's like the holes. I mean, it doesn't really. It's not hurt nothing. It's not on the show side either, so that's good. Remind me to go over one more thing about these knives. So yeah, that one's 2.8. 2.8. Oh, I guess it'd be nice if you guys could see it too, huh? 1.5. Jeez. Come on. 2.7. 2.5. So this one's just a little bit heavier. See, I have it a little tight on the pivot, and you can adjust that to whatever you want. All I can tell you about them is, yeah, it's plastic, but the lockup is like a vault. Like, I mean, it just is. As soon as it locks up, like, you're good. I don't know. Oh, the last thing I wanted to talk about, I hate this light on, is the serrations on this, man. Again, and same with the fine edge. Take a look here. Frost Cutlery is coming in clutch with these blades, especially this one. It's the majority of their blades, seriously. Like, the vast majority of their blades are screaming sharp, but just some of them are like a little bit less sharp. And that's very few, but most of them are like this one. Like, it is ridiculous sharp. It's like the cold steel sharp. I'm sure if you're familiar with if you're in the knife world, you should know that cold steel will always make some pretty sharp knives. But it's real sharp. Same thing with this one. The fine edge isn't as sharp as this one, but it is still real sharp. The serrations are just as sharp as the true, though. And this is the fine edge is almost just as sharp as this one, but I can feel it's just a little bit different. It's not a big deal, though. I mainly just wanted to bring it up because of the serrations on these knives. Again, Frost Cutlery. I'm so glad they came out with these knives. I'm so glad that Jim Frost was around in my lifetime for me to experience these knives. I remember growing up and looking at them as far as like in magazines and stuff like that, looking at Frost Cutlery, and you see all these knives, but when you're little, you can't really get them. Like, yeah, you can get maybe one. Like, maybe your parents will let you have one or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So I'm glad that I can kind of go back, and maybe, I don't know. I really just think, I just think Frost Cutlery is a really good company. I know that some of the, I think it's a good company for tinkerers like myself. I like to tinker stuff, and man, I also break a lot of stuff. So don't get too down on yourself when you break a knife. Or I've broken at least a handful of knives. So I mean, not that many, but I've definitely broken like a handful. So just happens sometimes. But yeah, these knives are really, really nice for what they are. I mean, this is at the it's just really wicked cool because you got to kind of give it a little momentum because it's just they didn't know like you can't when you have you know what I mean, like it's below the pivot, so it's not it needs more oomph. Basically it needs to be either be higher, like the flipper needs to be higher, more or less. It's too low. So, and I think it's the same with that one. You got to give it a little flick. I think it's the same. Yeah, it's too low. It's at a bad angle as well. But this has got to be when it's just funny, very nostalgic. It's got to be when the flipper tab was coming in to, I guess, more or less existence. I like them though. These are awesome knives. They're not too grippy. There's a little grip right there on the liner, but they're not too grippy. So that's probably the worst thing about them is just they're kind of not cheap feeling necessarily, but just they're not grippy. I don't know, but I do like them. The plastic used is definitely not cheap. Like it's not as bad as like a few things I've gotten from them. Definitely, like it's a harder plastic. But I just you know just don't think it's like amazing or anything. It's not G10, and that's why I say it's like it's kind of on the smooth side of life, I guess. Not smooth, but definitely not grippy. Like you can feel these little divots. You can't really feel any of these holes or whatever's going on in this. You can feel these smaller ones, like, but it's just smooth. When I say you can feel them, like you could just feel it's not sharp or anything. So, but I just kind of thought that was a cool look as far as this one goes. It's got holes in it, and if you know me and the channel, you know I like holes. I'm pretty sure that's kind of why I got this one, because it's got a hole in it. Just an interesting blade. So I just like, wow, I gotta get that because I don't know. Like you do not see that kind of. I don't think I've ever seen that on a blade. Like I've seen holes in blades, but I've never seen something like that. I'm not even sure what you. I imagine like some sort of wrench could be like stick it and then like turn. Or, I don't know. I imagine you could use it for something. I just don't know what. But these are really cool knives. I think I got all the measurements and the weights. I think I got everything. I think we're good to go here. So yeah, that one's the double tap, and that one is True by Frost Cutlery. Have a good day, everybody.